Hello and welcome back to Banished with the MegaMods 8.01 on a new map here. And what's nice about the MegaMods, of course, you can get the map size and look at it. Really huge. So I got a map that wanted a bunch of rivers. I was hoping it to be the big river, but it's got a lot of streams. So I got something that starts over here on the east. Kind of curvies around. Wasn't looking for something too straight till we get to a corner here and a little lake, which would be nice. I wasn't wanting something that had a whole bunch of lakes to concentrate on that. And I'll continue downwards into a larger lake and then empty out the bottom. So my thoughts on this map was get a city to about 100, maybe 150, depending on how this goes. And I'd like to have the heart of it be right around this bend so that like there'd be a lot of like trading kind of type of thing down here, and it would come down here, it'll flatten some bits and stuff around here and just have the big bulk of it right around there. And this is kind of a nice starting area to get our basic stuff in. We do have this on like a medium, I believe it is, so we do have our starting barn and stockpile. So we'll get into getting the basics put down here. Alright, got a bit of main road already in here. So we'll have a nice little double road, go with something a little different, like to try to do things a little bit differently each time. So I picked out a different kind of dirt road here, but roads are of course always important because you need them to move along quickly. Okay, one last thing to put in this area. Let's get a, is it small? Yeah, a small one will work here. Small storage, preferably right by the gathering place. Okay, so we have a few homes. We'll have to figure out where to put more stuff in. We got our forester up and running already. Okay. And one thing I want to remove later, but let's get it down, is, of course, the town arrival will let us know statistics. I don't think it'll let us know if we got any seeds and stuff. Let's look at that real quick here. Just by putting down a crop field, we should be able to find out what we got. We have turnips and radishes. Okay. And orchard, do we have anything? We have apples. Ooh, okay, interesting. So we can also kind of start maybe doing a little bit of that here. Kind of was originally thinking a little industrial something here might be nice, but we could do it a little bit over here as well. So our circles of influence, I'd like to be able to keep this here as a food bit that will help, well, keep the city going. But we will need some actual food as well. So let's kind of keep that up for a little bit. Decision time, that's always the difficult. Which way is your town gonna go? Okay, so we do have, we go this way for food and such. We won't want to use this area because we want to leave that for traffic, but this would open up with the possibility of putting in stuff for the fishing things. So let's think about doing that as well. Get a bit of, oh, that is the barn. Oh, we have a little hill, I think, there, which would work okay for an orchard. We can go in this direction. Okay, so something over here would probably work out nicely. Okay, well, let's get that going. And in this series, what I'd like to do more so is kind of like keep more of an eye on of things that are around the environment and work on the environment as I go, opposed to trying to do it later. That might be pretty difficult. We'll try to do that. Okay, so I think maybe we'll do a little mining something over here, so sticking a little stockpile may not be so bad to kind of figure out where we're going to go there. Okay, I don't want to do too much housing stuff over here, but it may be kind of nice to get one. We got a bit of road. Trying to remember where that is because it's not laid down yet. It's somewhere down here. Sticking down another house may do. So I decided EB housing and the village wooden houses kind of fit the feel for the woodsy kind of area. We'll stick another one there because we got 7 people. We'll need another one. So maybe we'll have a little crossroads or something kind of thing here. Not too many variations of this, but that is okay. Okay, we got the barn. That still needs to go up. There's our house over there, and there's our second one. So let's go ahead and get this other house. I think probably get that done first. Alright, finally getting into the early spring. We've gotten a couple kids, so that's always a plus. And now we're going to need a couple more things here. We're going to need some fuel being produced. So this will need to get done at some point. Here we got our traditional one. We got our small ones. We got a little village one, which I like that one. Oh, we have various different coke ovens that can get put down with accessories on the side. That looks a lot like the original. Yep. Okay. And we got the really tiny ones. I don't want a really tiny one. We got bundling sheds, which will be great to be used for elsewhere. And of course we got stacks burner, which we cannot do at the moment. I think I want to go with a little village one. I think our builders and stuff took a long time getting our housing and stuff done up because of building roads. Okay, there we got our little stockpile there. I'll make sure we got a nice little double going there. Okay, yeah, they kind of cut through here and looks like maybe they're still doing some building and getting some trees down. Alright, so now that we got some bit of not too much being able to see around here, but we got a little bit. We should have all of this marked for removing stone and iron, I believe. And yeah, that's pretty much all. It's just going to take a bit of time because we have only a couple laborers. So what I'd like to do with this whole rundown of this version is make sure I, again, not use too many ghost things, but we can put some things in. We got small little bushes here. We can actually nestle it in there? No, not quite there. Okay. Those are going to take wood. And We'll want to get some things around here because we're going to be taking some of the trees down. Alright. So we're trying to get another house going. And also this firewood also going. And then last year this worked out pretty good. Okay, so this is kind of strange. It seems maybe this. Oh, okay, I see. This tree is part of the gatherer's hut. Probably needed to be put back a little bit. Well, that makes a lot more sense. I'm trying to get rid of the tree and that will just not work. Alright. So, I don't want to go do too much around to these houses because I want to kind of be natural with it. Okay, it does not look like you can do too much over there. There. Got that stockpile going, and then I got these little log kind of things that are like little tents. We'll go up around that. Put the logs back there. Okay, that's kind of going to the front door already. I don't think you can do that more. Okay. Our poor builders are just trying to get all this stuff done here. So primarily we have just pine trees around here. And I figure at some point we'll probably try to get a few other kinds floating around in here. Got a couple different pine trees. But I wanted to actually look like, you know, they intentionally planted some trees, so why not make them a little bit different around here? Alright, so let's get some stuff in here, even if it's a little bit temporary, trying to decide where to put everything. We can maybe put even in some industrial stuff or something on the side here, but I'd like to get a little bit of food. I just think that that's what people would like to have around here is some food. So, and I'd kind of like to have a bit of farm around the edge of it, just like visibly, so that the food kind of looks like, you know, it's being gathered over here and going across the way to the other river and stuff. So, I mean, I think that I'm going to not have everything be, of course, totally efficient. I believe the village crop and the others doesn't matter which kind it is. So we'll just go with that. Let's see if we can get someone to take care of that pretty quick. And we'll make some radishes. I was thinking of maybe doing an orchard over here, but I think for right now I will put in a crop field and then change it later. I'd also like to have some trees and stuff stay around the edges. Oh yes, we have a honeybees over here, a little hive, a couple of them. Something our gatherer would typically get. And of course the hard part is also deciding in this game, what are we going to, what kind of houses are we going to put where? So we got to decide another house here to put somewhere. And this doesn't have to be kind of foresty, so we can go with some nice little small ones along the coast, perhaps. Something that kind of filled in around here. It's pretty small against this barn now, so it feels a little bit odd. However, I do like the look of this, though. Maybe we can dress it up with a bunch of trees and whatnot. Alright, time to get in some little bit of leafy goodness here. Jungle plants are definitely my favorite. Especially when you're going to use the ghost stuff, because they can go nicely underneath something else. Kind of help make everything look a little bit fuller. Alright, so we got some of our shrubs and stuff in here. I was thinking about putting in a little fence, but then I'm kind of wondering maybe I don't want to ruin what's already been put in. But maybe we can do just a little wraparound bit here. Just to kind of wall that off a little bit. And so I have a feeling we're probably going to be using a lot of bushes throughout all of this. Those sage bushes are really large. This roof kind of droops down a bit, doesn't really need all that. Okay, let's get out our jungly stuff. We have our crops being planted here. I don't want to formalize those a little bit later. We have a lot of variety with these jungle plants, which makes it pretty nice. Okay, we got our little herb garden started as well. So that'll help with our people there. Get in some color. I am not understanding why they have not taken away this stuff yet. They've cleared out a bunch of stuff around here, which is great. Also got our little log transits, but they're a nice little like covered stockpile kind of thing for them. There we go, we got our jungle ferns going there. Some of them are rather large, but don't need them all over the place, but a few of these would be really nice. Alright, so let's just get a few more things in here. I already have like lots of different boxes and stuff around. Rain barrels are always good, you know. A couple barrels and stuff at people's places would work out pretty nicely. They're casks or whatever, but they're still barrels. Alright, so we have a tool thing that we'll need to be taken care of here soon. And we'll need to start getting our clothing in, but of course we probably have a bit of leather stored up in a couple places that we can take advantage of there, and we'll start to get our herbs and whatnot going here. So next time we'll work more on finishing this out and expanding towards this direction to make sure that we have enough food and all the things that we need. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.